We're born into the world with the illusion of freedom. However, we have all of these chains around us that are pulling us away from knowing who we are, pulling us away from our self-concept, pulling us away from having value for ourselves and seeing that we deserve a higher quality and caliber of life. This concept is about self-awareness. It's about having a greater understanding of the different things which create stumbling blocks to really actualize our potentiality. All right, so regarding the boundaries, this is you. This is your spirit. This is your core self. So, like this, core self. Now we have all of these forces acting upon us, exerting their will on our own personal views about how to act in the world, in the form of rings, right? Now, these different rings are different types of forces that can work against us. This one, the pessimist. And then you have family or relatives. Another one, the most deadly one, is false ideas. These things can work against us because they can be putting out things that are untrue. And the very act of conditioning, the very act of being surrounded in them, can restructure how we think about ourselves in a way that is untrue. So ultimately, the goal of self-development is to find out what is true about ourselves and to live in that truth. So another type of ring could be fear or society. And all of these things are preventing you from piercing in to the heart of who you are, into the spirit of who you want to be. So, as you start to find out what this is all about, all of these things start to disappear. And as they disappear, there's nothing preventing you from loving who you are. It's these things around you which prevent you from loving who you are. Here's another way of understanding the concept. In terms of the path. This is you right here. This is your path. This is your goals and your dreams. Goals and dreams. Now, the path is to move towards where you want to go. That idea that you have in your mind about what's best for you. However, there's forces acting in on the pursuit of the things that are most meaningful to you. Going like this. However, they also have a type of rip current where they pull you back out. They pull you away from exactly where you want to go. They're pulling you out. Now this would be the relatives, the fear, the guilt, social concepts, different things. Maybe it's even a bad teacher that you have telling you that you won't amount to anything. Maybe it's an idea that you had when you were a young child that somebody told you, oh, you're never going to amount to something. So maybe it's actually going back to that time, re-examining that concept to see if it still holds true, to see if you're still that same person. So one of the things of self-purification is ultimately about re-examining the content of the past to see, is this still true for me, or is this true because someone told me it was true? So as you're able to eradicate these rings, as you're able to eradicate these forces that are trying to take you away from what you want, you will find that it's much easier to move in the direction of that which is most valuable.